Podcast. It is June 9th, 2014, and because
E3 Day!
Oh my God.
It's E3 Day! None of this matters because it's E3 Day! Sorry.
Apparently, it's E3 Day, which is funny because we're not talking about E3 right now.
Nope, but it's E3 Day.
Actually, we are talking about, well, he's talking about E3 Day.
Right now, live probably.
Probably, by the time you get around to watching this. So, we mentioned last week, we're going to be doing a live show today. So, you might even see me a little bit today.
He may pop in a little bit, you never know.
Say hi.
But other than E3...
It is Monday, so it's Tech Bytes Day.
It is Tech Bytes Day!
It's good to see you singing like a monkey again.
I know.
I kind of missed that last week.
Dancing, singing. You know, I'm back in. I'm popping back into it.
So we're going to start with a little Microsoft story.
Yeah, of course. There's always a little Microsoft.
Well, this is a good one. So, for those of you who don't know, Microsoft will finally, after years, launch the touch version of Office on the iPad.
Cool.
All right. So I have PowerPoint and Word and Excel, and they're really, really good.
Are they on the cloud?
They are on the cloud. Well, they're part of the Office 365 subscription, that we use here, and they're very, very handy.
Yeah, he says that like I'm actually going to start doing my show notes on this thing. No, probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But they're very handy. They're touch-friendly, and they're not on Windows. There is no Windows version of a touch-friendly Office. For those Windows guys out there, you know that. It doesn't exist. That was one of the reasons why Microsoft was holding on.
What about the Surface? You can't...
It's not touch-friendly. Yeah, you have Office on the Surface, but it's not really a touch-friendly interface.
Like it is with the...
Very touch-friendly on the iPad.
Well.
Yeah. So, because they didn't have it on the Windows box, they were kind of holding, installing, and finally, like, look, we're going to release it. So, the new CEO of Microsoft's like, no, we're getting these apps out as fast as we can.
Yeah, because they need money. They need the
revenue.
Market
share. They need market share. Even more than money, they need market share.
And there's so many apps out there right now taking up a huge portion of what that market is already.
Well, look at iWork from Apple, for example.
They've given that crap out for free, too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and Office for iPad is free-ish.
What do you mean free-ish?
Well, it is free with an Office 365 subscription.
Which you can get for pretty cheap, by the way.
$10 a month for the consumer, right? And you can get these. So anyway, that's even not the story. The story is you're probably going to get it on Android before you get it on Windows. And that's the story for the day.
Whoa. Because
the Windows version's still really not ready, and they're very close with the Android version. So it's probably going to happen this year. The touch-friendly Windows one might not happen until 2015.
Oh, so there's always that. And to be honest with you, and this is going to sound really mean to Microsoft, it's not like you guys have that many tablets out there in the hands of people anyways, comparatively to all the phones, all the iPads, all the Android stuff. I mean,
that's true.
But they are making a push with the new Surface.
They're making a push. Surface 3 is actually... Surface 3
and it
Pro,
actually doesn't suck, apparently.
It doesn't suck. It's actually a pretty nice unit. But that's...
I'll give you one. Pretty nice. Am I right? Because it's a
unit?
Yeah.
You're cute. So...
Dongle.
So moving into that story to another one, they kind of link together.
What do you got over here?
Did you know that Intel is bringing back the fanless CPU?
They are bringing back the fanless CPU. Are you talking about the Devil Mountain chips or the new? They're basically low impact, high performance chips. And I actually kind of want to get one.
So it's these Core M is the code name for these tablets. They're amazing. There's a prototype from Asus already out that looks like a thinner version of a Surface Pro 3.
They're tiny.
We're talking about
0.25 of an inch,
right.
I think.
This is a typical netbook. This huge freaking, like, what is this, half an inch thick?
Yeah, now the
MacBook Air is about half this size. This is about half that size again.
A MacBook Air, it's and literally it's 0.25 inches thick, which is ridiculous.
And when you do that into a Surface style, which is what Asus did with a detachable keyboard, you literally end up with a tablet that's...
I'm calling it right now. By the end of the year, Intel's going to have foldable cars. So I'm going to be George Jetsoning all the way to the podcast in the morning. It's not going to be a problem.
I'm good with that. Little bubble car.
I'm totally down.
As long as
I want that sound. That's what I want.
It's got to do that. So, but the interesting thing about that isn't even for the Windows side, although that Asus laptop, that prototype is gorgeous.
Yeah, it really is.
High performance, ultra cool, energy efficient, which means you get better battery life, less heat dissipation.
You know I love it when you talk about heat dissipation.
I know. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I like?
What?
I like the MacBook Air.
I like the MacBook Air, but I do really like the Asus platform.
But what about a MacBook Air with one of these fanless processors?
That's what I was going to say. You could make the MacBook Air even smaller than it already is. And that thing literally does fit. I remember when they came out with the first one, and they were like, yeah, so we have this envelope on the table. There's a computer in it. What? It really was like, it was like Oprah. It was like, you got a computer, and you got a computer. And fucking... And then
a big moment.
With that, it's going to be, and they've gotten a lot better since then, and they're smaller and more compact. I don't even know how, I mean, I know how Apple's doing it with a lot of their molding, because they do that liquid metal stuff. Well, they're moving
it's not just the liquid metal, but they also, when they build these screens now, we don't do a screen and a layer of protection and a layer of this. It's all one molded sheet.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, everything they do. And then the battery technology, which is also getting better. It's just... I get all excited.
I'm super excited. I mean, we're in 2014. I was promised flying cars by now. I was promised that I would live in buildings, crazy
and hoverboards.
Tall. That's what.
Where's my hoverboard?
Mattel.
But you know what we are getting?
Mattel, we will fight by next year if you don't give me a hoverboard.
But Nike is giving us.
Oh yeah, we are getting the shoes.
Yeah.
We are getting the shoes, and they've made a bajillion prototypes of that. I mean, it's pretty cool stuff. That's the future.
It's kind of cool, man. So you got these awesome laptops, these whatever, but there's one more Apple thing that.
Are we gonna talk? Okay, so if you guys have been following the Facebook this week, we posted a story.
I think on Thursday of last week about Apple's rumor, and it's not fully. I'm gonna first explain where the rumor came from after I tell you what the rumor is. But if you saw it, the rumor is that there may be no more.
Headphone port
on your iPhone.
Yep.
You might just use earbuds that plug into the Lightning port.
Which is stupid.
So here's where the rumor comes from. There are new patents and new specs that are in iOS 8, as well as some hardware patents and specs that have gone through that allude to audio through Lightning as a USB or as a headset.
And I fully understand and I fully support the idea, but don't take away the other port.
Right, and I agree with you a little bit. And I kind of think they're not going to.
I kind of think they're not going to either. If they do, it won't be on this round of.
Well, no, it's not.
iPhones.
The iPhone 6 is done.
It's done.
I mean, it's in production. In fact, the 5.5-inch screen version they've already fixed their production delays with that, so it's coming out.
However, you can technically use the Lightning port now through a software change. You could do it. As long as you had headphones designed for it.
Well, yeah, all you would need is headphones designed for it. I mean, think about everything that you've ever plugged into your phone, right? I have a little Onkyo. Now, I have to use an adapter because it was built for the old iPhone. But, I have a little Onkyo thing that sits by my desk or my bed, rather, and that's what I sleep with. And,
Well, what I was talking about, Apple really wants to make a push for the Lightning ports to be the new USB. It'll never be on the level at USB, but it could be the USB for Apple, such as the way that what was it, FireWire was back in the day.
But the problem with Lightning versus FireWire, well, there's two problems. One, it doesn't even have the speed of USB 3. And two, the USB 4 format, which is it's in its RFC right
coming
now.
out.
It's almost done. Is reversible.
Yeah.
Like, no more.
Is this the right way? It doesn't matter.
And what I love about that is you plug it in, it didn't work, and you turn around, you plug it, it didn't work, and you turn around again.
How did it work again? And it's always the third or fourth time, and you're like, there's only two sides to this.
Yeah. So it's somehow they've figured out how to make USB like fourth dimensional. I got to go to Doc Brown to figure out how to plug my stupid USB port.
Seriously.
You're not thinking fourth dimensionally, Marty.
Come on, Marty. We've got a problem. You've got to come with me right now. We've got to plug this USB stick in.
Who the hell are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
That was clear. That was a good Doc Brown.
No, it really wasn't.
I'll stick with the Bane impersonations.
Yeah. You do Bane very well, actually.
Yeah. I'll stick with that one. I'll stick to that.
You do Bane, I'll do Doc Brown.
There we go.
Well, now there's a movie I'd like to see.
Yes, Doctor. Let's go back in time.
Bane, where we're going, we don't need, bro. All right, so that's a weird tangent.
Sorry, kids.
But USB 4 is coming, so I think that's good. And I agree, Lightning is good to offer for maybe high-level audio files.
I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there, for possibly the Beats headphones that they may have purchased to transport power in an amplification
So this
state.
is between me and you. Nothing can fix Beats headphones. I'm sorry, they're crap.
Yeah, they are.
They're horrible. They're overpriced and they're horrible.
But for those people that buy them, they're suckers and they would love that crap.
That's true.
Now they're also talking about a reverse power. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just gonna
imagine if you got those giant headphones. Now this is the only time I can actually suggest having those ginormo headphones. If they have those giant old school headphones, now imagine if they have a little battery in there, right?
Okay.
So I plug it in so I can listen to music
and charge your phone.
My headphones charge my phone. Yeah.
You realize how heavy your phones would be, though?
Do you realize how heavy they already are? I see dudes walking around the gym in those ginormo things looking like robots.
That don't weigh that much. They're getting the crappy ones, aren't they?
I don't think. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I don't think.
Because size, look, size and technology doesn't necessarily matter. I qualified that. So, well, I mean, seriously, like I remember the first time I put a new sound system in my house. Not the one I live in now, but when I was
like when you were out in BFE.
Yeah, I had these little speakers. They were about this tall. That's seriously, like, no joke. They're only about this tall. I still have them. They're absolutely amazing. And what you guys can't see behind camera is some speakers I pulled out of a closet. I got to get rid of them on Craigslist because they're huge. They're ridiculous. These little speakers, people come over and you're like, oh, what's that? It's cute. I got these big, and I'm like, okay. Do they sound like this? Rink.
So you Marty McFly'd them basically with tiny speakers, like, and to qualify what I mean, Marty McFly here is when he's standing in front of the giant massive amounts of speakers and he knocks himself out.
Yeah, because size and technology doesn't matter. It's how you use it.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So you got anything else for us this week?
No.
So that's Monday's episode. That's Monday's episode.
I
got nothing else. I know if you don't got anything, I don't got anything.
Well, we got tomorrow. We want to talk about tomorrow, don't we?
Tomorrow is going to be E3 wrap-up-ish stuff. Make sure to tune into the live stream that we're doing today for E3. We can't talk.
So we're going to do E3 live stream today. Actually, he's going to do E3
I'm going to do the E3 live stream.
And it's going to be several hours.
It will be. It's a whole 8-hour thing.
But we're going to cut some of that down. We're going to shoot some more, and then we'll do kind of the recap roundup. Like last week when you saw me do the roundup of WWDC.
Yep, we'll do the roundup for most of E3. We probably will not cover the Sony press conference because, as Jack Holes, they decided to move it to 9 p.m. at night, and I'm going to go to bed because we live on the East Coast.
And he's an old guy.
That's right. So. Other than that, that's it for Technology Bites this week.
Make sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube,
subscribe
on YouTube.